everybody! So I asked on my Instagram if you guys wanted to see my everyday makeup basket, and a lot of you actually said that you wanted to see it, so this is the video for you. And before we get started, I hope you guys like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. So I'll bring you guys to my everyday makeup basket. So this is what my setup looks like right now. It was on the larger portion of my table, but then I moved it here because I thought I could trick myself, because since there's no space here, I would be forced to put it back always into this basket. So those that I don't get to put on my face, I'll just say what it is throughout the video. Let's get started. Okay, let's start off first with a moisturizer. I'm currently testing the I'm From Honey Glow Cream. So that's what I have in my everyday basket right now. I'm trying to see if it's a nice morning base and if it breaks me out. That's important. I don't want, I love the dew, but I don't want to break out from the dew. I'm testing it for a month, hopefully. This is not my first impression, but I'm trying to figure out how to describe the texture. It feels like a mix of a normal moisturizer and water-based moisturizers. Like, it feels liquidy. It's not super thick, but it's thick enough to feel like you're moisturizing your skin, and it does give me a glow. I video called with my friend and she was like, your skin is so glowy. And yeah, I used this, but that was at night, so the lights really show how glowy it makes my skin look. Okay, so after moisturizing, I go in with either of the two SPF primers. I have the Mermaid Skin Gel from Canmake and the Heimish Artless Glow Base. I find that they do similar things, and I have a comparison on my IGTV. Today I'll be using this because I kind of want to go in with the Korean cushion, and I just find that this is more easily spread than this one, and this kind of gives me a tone up without the white cast. It just makes me look a little bit brighter, so I'll be using this with the Korean cushion. Just want a chill video today, so just have to really moisturize the inner corner part because this is where I see the most dry patches. Okay, my base is ready. Next are the foundations. I have the Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I have my very old MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I put this in here because I really want to get use out of it. I thought it was too dark, but it's a nice color. If I mix it in with watercolor blusher from Etude House, I have it in purple, and I use this to neutralize my yellow leaning foundations, and I find it very useful since I can't use this as a normal blusher. Sorry for the background noise, someone is tearing down the house right across the street. And the last foundation I have is the recent IGTV I put up, the Etude House Double Lasting Cushion Glow. I have it in the shade Sand 23 and 1. So far, I've been liking it a lot. Please tell me in the comments down below, how often do you wash this? Because yeah, I don't know how often you should wash it. Do you wash it every time you use it like a beauty blender? So I get this much and put it in the center of my face. I will avoid the outskirts so that it matches my neck properly. But so far, this is a really nice base for me, as you saw in the review, in the first impression. So this is technically my 4th time using it. I will look in the mirror so that I don't miss anything. I like doing this with my puff so that I really push it in there. It feels cooling when you first apply it, and I like that. The remaining I spread it out. This is not like other cushion foundations that really give the full coverage. It's more of a light medium coverage. Like before, I put it in my scar area here, the discoloration, but it doesn't cover it, so it's a light medium for my face. As you see, it just brightens the middle portions of my face, and I like that. Okay, so far so good. I like how that's looking. I'll just spread it a little bit on the outskirts so that it kind of balances. It's hard with the basket because you really have to kind of jigsaw it back into place. Continuing on. For my concealers, I have the Pretty Fresh concealer from Colourpop. I am still trying to figure out how I feel about this, but yeah, I have that. I have this one from Maybelline, the Instant Age Rewind. As you see, I don't have the puff anymore on the top because it smells weird. Okay, if it smells weird, just remove it. The product itself is fine. Just remove the puff because that's where bacteria grow. And the last concealer I have is the pot concealer from the Sem. This is a very easy concealer for me, but I recently noticed that I have a dry patch here, so I've not been using it because it kind of emphasizes it a bit because it's a thicker formula. So right now I think I will go for the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer because it's a light color. I put it there, here, then a bit here, and a bit here, and here. Now I'm taking a dry sponge and I'm going to be pouncing it. I noticed it kind of looks crepey when I use a wet sponge. Okay, now I have concealer, I have foundation, my base. Next is, I might want to do my brows first. Right now, I only have this brow pencil from the Face Shop. If you have any recommendations for a brow pencil, I want a brow pencil that lasts forever. Like, I've seen so many people talk about, my brow pencil lasts forever, this lasts forever. Like, my brow pencil's just poof away. And another one I have, it's in my brush holder, K palette pen thing. I find that it's almost out also, so I want to use the K palette one today. I'm scared for it to finish, but it's nice to use product. So I'm just gonna quickly do my brows. So I have my brows on. Next is bronzer. So for bronzer, I have this one from Squad Cosmetics. It's in the shade Baked. I really like using this. I feel like it's really appropriate that I made the product spotlight for it because I really reach for it out of all my bronzers because it's so easy to use. Just whoop, 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 and it's all finished. So yes, I've been loving this. I put it there always. And then my next bronzer is this one, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really want to finish this because, as you see, it can't close anymore. I don't know why. It looks perfectly intact, but it just refuses. There's no locking closure anymore. So I will use this today so that I can get use out of it. But before that, I think I want to use a cream blush first. So I have two blushes in my everyday basket. It's this one from Canmake that I keep trying to use up. I'm almost done. And I have the, where is it? I have the Get Ready With Me Cosmetics one if I really want that just got sunburnt look. It's not a suntan look that I said in my video of the brownie tones I want, but this gives a nice sunburnt look. But this one gives a nice sunburnt look too. I should get a powder blush, but it doesn't fit in here. And if I want a powder blush, my drawer is just right there. So if I'm looking to the left, my basket is there. I'm gonna use this one so that I can finish it already. I'll put the most in the highest part of my cheek, because that's where you get sunburnt. I find with this formula, it's best with fingers. With a sponge, especially a wet sponge, I feel that it gets a little bit splotchy. After not using it for a while, I went back to it and I remembered how much I liked it. So now I'm taking some more, putting it in the high points, checking my mirror if it's too much, because the camera dilutes blush a lot. I like where it's at right now. it looks more intense in person. So I'm gonna take my dry sponge, put in the concealer part, and just fix this part so it's not super close to my eye. But having it close to your eye is a look too. I might want to layer a powder blush on top. But yeah, so far I like this a lot. Next, I'm gonna put some bronzer. I'm gonna use this fluffy brush. In my current Shopee cart, I want to get the e.l.f. Cosmetics Forever Sun-Kissed Bronzer, the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer, and the Wet n Wild Blush in Mellow Wine. Those two I've been researching on. The Mellow Wine is mainly a recommendation from Julia Adam, and the e.l.f. a lot of people consider it a favorite, so those are what I'm eyeing. But the Mellow Wine blush is another sunburnt blush, so I'm trying to figure out what blush am I missing from my collection, because I really want more blushes. I just keep gravitating towards the sunburnt blush, and if I want a bright blush, I just go for my Huda Neon palette. All bronzed up. So moving on, next is highlighter. I have two highlighters right now. I have the One Cosmetics one. It recently kind of closed, so I'm trying to use this more. It has the pink side and then the gold side. I like the gold one more. And I have the NARS palette, which has three highlighters here. I really like reaching for this because I noticed that Koreans like using high-end highlighters, or like high-end makeup in general. If it's not Korean beauty, it's usually high-end makeup. They don't usually use drugstore, so yeah, I get that. Those are my current highlighters in my everyday basket. My colorful ones from Kaleidos are in my drawer. But yeah, so today I'm gonna use a NARS highlighter because I feel like using a powder highlighter. So I'm feeling the pinky one. I usually go for the champagne or the pinky one. I don't really go for the gold. I don't know how to feel about the highlighter formula yet. I've been using it a bit, so I'm using it more so that I can get a full grasp of my thoughts about it. The Colourpop brush. For me, it's a very subtle highlighter. Then the nose. Okay, next I go in with powder. I go in with powder last because it kind of corrects everything. So I'm gonna take a brush, and out of everything, that's the only powder I have. I'll check if I have any creasing and just take some of this. I really want to finish this powder. I want to try other powders, but I'm not finishing it to buy. I'm just finishing it because it's old. So I find that this has a peachy hue to it. It kind of corrects down here, and this is a very accessible powder. A lot of people are boycotting Maybelline, but I already have it, so can't do anything about it. It corrects. I'm gonna put here too, so it blends better with my bronzer. Just setting it here too. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, that's where I usually set my center area, so it creases the most here. Now for the palettes I have. I'm usually dabbling into multiple palettes, but if I don't want to fuss, I have the NARS palette you saw earlier, and I have the Nabla Dreamy 2 palette. I praised the palette, but I don't really use it, so I decided to keep using it to see if I really like it. So yeah, I have this Dreamy, and I have the Romand quad I got from Style Korean. This, I have been loving it. I'm not sure if you see the use, but it is so easy. Like, if I really do not want to think about my look, this is such a nice quad. It really just brings everything together. Actually, I kind of want to use some of this as a blush, so I'll take on my blush brush. I've never used this as a blush before, but see, that is a pretty color. Oh my goodness. That is one pretty color. I like it. I like it. I want to use the Dreamy 2 palette. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out. So I'll just like time-lapse my look. But recently, actually just yesterday, I used this as a one and done shadow. It might actually work because it has like a gold sheen, but then it has a base that's dark brown, so it's really nice. But I'll figure out my look and I'll just point it out while I do it. So time-lapse. Okay, I think I'm done. See, this is what's so good about having this. This has a dark brown that looks nice. But that's what's missing from the Dreamy 2 palette. A nice dark brown. Because it's a neutral palette with pops of color, but it doesn't have a matte brown. So I like how the look is. It's very neutral but has like an interestingness to it. So for liners, I only have the Co dark brown liner and Careline graphic liner. I think for today I wanna use the Careline just because I want to finish it, because it makes me angry because I can't do my e-girl bottom kind of thing because it's sticky. So if I'm just gonna do normal wing, it's fine. So let's make a wing. So that's my liner done. I don't want to do my mascara, but I do have mascara in here. Heroin Make Volume and Curl Mascara. So yeah, very hard to remove, but yep, it's mascara. I haven't tried a bad mascara yet that just flakes everywhere. My mascaras usually just are hard to remove. Okay, so now I have lashes. I have my lash party. One of them was opened February 1, 2021. One of them was opened December 18, 2020. So yeah, don't feel like putting lashes on right now. I think my liner fills my eyes enough. So I have my NYX glitter primer in here if I wanna jazz up some sparkle. Other moisturizers I have in here, Papaya face milk. I noticed that it looked nice when I applied it in my March Makeup Madness video, so I'll put it in here. And I have this sample travel size of the Dear Hydration from Banila. I put this before to rehydrate my under eyes if I feel like it's really dry. This no filter concealer, it doesn't even have the doe foot anymore because it broke off. I have to use it as a eyeshadow base. I forgot to do that today, so I put it in here so I can remember. And what's left are the lip. I have this one from Glossera. I just put it in right now. I have a love-hate relationship with this. It is a nice formula, but it leaks. You think, how? You're almost done with it. How does it leak? I don't know. I don't know how it leaks. It leaks. Like, if it's standing up, it leaks. If it's lying down, it leaks. So I just want to finish this so that it's out of my collection. Even if I like the formula, if it just keeps leaking and my experience with it is not nice, why would I bother keeping it? So I have the Get Ready With Me Cosmetics one. I can use that on my lips as well. And I think that's all of it. Now my setting sprays have the Pretty Fresh, it's not Pretty Fresh, the Glisten Up Mist. This is one I use most often. And I have the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Mist. I just have it because someone gifted this to me. Okay, so I'll use the Laneige mist right now. It's not really a makeup mist, it's more of a skincare mist, but I like the smell. And I have this Everbelena liner because I got it for cheap, but I shouldn't have bought it because I realized my lips don't look good when it's lined, but I want to use it up, so I'll use it today. Line my lips a bit. The shade is Mirrored Mocha, but it's a pink, okay? I thought it would be a brown. That's what my lips look like when it's lined. Okay, I'm gonna look for a lip to match this look. Oh, match. My Izzy & Co. in Bikini. I think that would match. Let us see. Does it match? I suck at matching my lips with my look, so to me it kind of ties in the brownness of my eyes and the pinkness of my cheeks. So that's good enough for me. And yeah, I think that's all. I finished my everyday basket. If I'm feeling more adventurous in the future, I might get back into my jewel tone phase because it's almost fall in my head. But it's not fall in the Philippines, it's just raining all the time. It's already raining now, so it's not summer anymore. So yeah, that is all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, maybe like a shop my stash, get ready with me type of video, leave that in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment anything, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching. I forgot to remove my retainers. Okay, bye-bye.